We are the Ministry of the Real Truth, and this is a newly created video by us, the Ministry of the Real Truth, specifically for all native New Zealand Maori, to wake them up if religiously inclined or oriented to the following information within this video, as this may be your original roots, your origin of origins, and your original religion that you should re-adopt today. We had created quite a while back 2 or 3 videos, maybe 2 or 3 years ago or more, on what we discovered via our own personal research online. A Book of Beginnings, Volume 2, by historian Egyptologist Gerald Massey, comparing the Maori language, o te reo, with the ancient Egyptian, and a history on their origins, to do with Melanesia, etc., etc. Ancient Egypt versus the New Zealand Maori. Like, we had a conversation with a Kemetic ancient Egyptian adherent, Shaka Amos, on Sa Nera TV Live, and we were trying to ask him a question and he got pretty anti. He was like saying, well, you have to pay money for me to answer that question. It was just like a simple question, and he got a bit irate, but eventually I came up with some other subject. I think it was about Bruce Lee or something like that, and then we got on like we were best friends. Okay, we're basically asking him, as a person who has read a lot of Gerald Massey's books and quotes them, etc., information from them, did he read this particular book? And he just was doggone stubborn, and he wouldn't answer it unless we paid something like $30 for him to answer it, or $60 or something like that. Throughout this video, you may find that we have said some things that we're going to clear it up, right? In regards to all Maori being of Assyrian origins, may be taken wrongly. We may have said that wrongly. It's incorrect. We should really have said you, we all, as Maori, may be the long lost descendants of the house of Israel, because there poses a problem if we are not actually descendants of the ancient Egyptians, but of the house of Israelites, house of Israel, who were liberated or freed by Moses, who ventured into the desert of Sinai, etc. The old Exodus story, right? Where Moses received the 10 Commandments and the house of Israel were chosen as the people of God to bring the good news. Well, actually they were the peoples where Jesus the Christ would come through, on that lineage, because there's a scripture that says salvation comes from the Jews, but we believe in Eastern thought maybe it's saying through the Jews, and it's talking about Jesus the Christ coming from that Jewish lineage, bloodline. To prove that we indeed, us Maori, are the long lost descendants of the Egyptians, we'd have to show the closeness between the Maori language with the Egyptian language, and verify they were these people through actual artifacts discovered within the pyramids or tombs, etc., in Luxor, Saqqara, etc. Those being presented on film or video via documentary, etc. Okay? Because we were told, must have been about 10 or 20 years ago, that there were actual Maori carvings found within these Egyptian pyramids or tombs, and we've never seen any evidence of that. So let's re-watch these videos and then sum it all up. Okay, we'll ad-lib in between where needed, if needed. So we are at Te Ara, the Encyclopedia of New Zealand, online, and this is ideas about Maori origins, depicting the arrival of Maori. Based on Theodore Gericault's famous The Raft of the Medusa, which depicts the terror of a shipwreck, this is one of New Zealand's best known historical paintings. We feel that this is over exaggerated because they're making it like these people are starving, whereas the Maori would have had plenty of food. They would have picked it up maybe from the islands or somewhere, on their travels, and they could have fished, etc. Yeah, it's over exaggerated. Okay, so this painting is based on Theodore Gericault's famous The Raft of the Medusa, which depicts the terror of a shipwreck. This is one of New Zealand's best known historical paintings. It was painted by Lewis J. Steele and Charles Goldie in 1898. Entitled The Arrival of the Maoris. It shouldn't have an S on the end of it, so this may be a European wrote this. Pākehā. The Maori, it should be the Maori. Okay. In New Zealand. It has been criticised for its portrayal of Maori as starving, gaunt figures rather than navigators on deliberate voyages of exploration, as they are in Maori tradition. Although there is only one canoe visible, the painting has probably done more than any other image to popularise the myth of a great fleet landing in New Zealand. Yeah, because according to the tradition, a lot of people were dropped off on the way in the islands, etc. Pacific Islands, Rarotonga, Samoa, etc. So they could have gathered a lot of vegetation to eat, etc., fished, and resupplied themselves and continued on their journey. So yeah, it's saying that it is exaggerated. And this is from the Auckland Art Gallery, Toi o Tamaki, or a painting by Charles Goldie and Lewis J. Steele. And it has here, permission of Auckland Art Gallery, Toi o Tamaki must be obtained before any reuse of this image. Well, we're not going to use it for anything else. It's on this website. So we are going to have a look at a Book of Beginnings by Gerald Massey. We're not going to play the video because it's not really relating the Maori story or language, the origins of language, etc., them being in Egypt. But it has a note here, a description here. After enjoying years as a popular journalist and poet, intellectual and free thinker, Gerald Massey turned his vast studies in the field of Egyptology into a Book of the Beginnings, a bold statement that the origin of all civilization lay in ancient Egypt. This might actually be a Book of Beginnings, Volume 1, we're not really sure. We believe it's 2. The book attempts to recover and reconstitute the lost origins of the myths and mysteries, types and symbols, religion and language, with Egypt for the mouthpiece and Africa as the birthplace. This is Volume 2 of a 2-volume set, containing an attempt to recover and reconstitute the lost origins of the myths and mysteries, types and symbols, religion and language, with Egypt for the mouthpiece and Africa as the birthplace. Yeah, we won't play it because it's not Maori related, we realise, and there's beeping sounds in the background because this is an old video we did May 9, 2021, when the alarm was battery needed to be changed. Housing New Zealand, or now at Kāinga Ora, wouldn't change it or couldn't change it. Well, they didn't change it for about a month, even though we asked them. If we had have changed it, as people asked, can't you change the battery, etc., etc. Well, we couldn't, because if we touched it, tampered with it, fixed it, when they came, they'd say, hey, you mess with it, get scolded, and you might get charged for it. It's just how they are. Possibilities. Okay, so now we're going to jump to our second video, and this is where we had a live debate on this guy's particular social media channel, YouTube channel. This is Shaka Amos. He's into the ancient Egyptian history, religion, etc. Considers himself a scholar. Has a bit of an ego, but he's an okay guy. Bit hard. Yeah. Mouth-wise. But yeah, he had a lock, and he says, nobody touches this lock. You can't get in this lock, all this sort of stuff, right? But now, since then, he's cut it off. Okay. Yeah, so basically we'll play this video a little bit.
Hi, this is Clever Sausage, and I'm bringing you a new video, okay, I've recently created, because I'm watching Shaka Amos Refocused for the New Year live. Okay, today is the Sunday, the 3rd of January 2021, right? Okay, so there's all these people in here asking him questions or making comments, right? I missed his live stream where he was talking with his son, so I couldn't ask him this question that's been on my mind for a long time in regards to Gerald Massey, who he seems to be well versed in, read a lot of his books, right? About, it's called the Book of Beginnings Part 2. He wrote around 1889, and he suggested that the Maori, the New Zealand native indigenous people language, Maori, was very close to the Egyptian language, or ancient Kemet, or Metaneta, whatever you want to call it, right? Okay, whatever it's called. So I saw this opportunity to ask him. I don't know how these live streams work, right? So I kept posing this question, and people kept telling me, after a while, like, oh, shut up, all that sort of stuff, blah, blah, blah. And then they got all offensive. Okay, so what it's mainly about is he's promoting his book, okay, for whatever price it is. Okay, and he's insistent he won't answer any questions unless you buy the book or donate some money. So that, he explained to me, right, directly, okay, that's about making coin. People got to live. He's providing you with this information. No one else is. I understand all that. There's no disrespect there. I don't think it was directly at me. I'm not too sure. But a lot of people jumped on here, black people, and says, oh, shut up, and all this sort of stuff, blah, blah, blah. Stop being so sentimental, all that sort of stuff, right? I'll show you another video of it as it, from when I came in there in a procedure, right? Okay, step by step sort of thing. It reveal a lot of black people give me a hard time, right? But all I wanted was him to answer the question, then I would have left him alone. So he goes through this long spiel, because he's fluffing and huffing and puffing around, right? So I suggested make it short, to the point. Boom, bam, wham, very direct, because he's going on about entrepreneurship and all this sort of stuff. I understand all what he was saying to me, there's no disrespect there, nothing, right? But these other people are like, being snidey and stuff, making jokes, directed to me, and they're telling me to calm down, People should learn how to hold their nasty tongue, right? Because some people say, oh, it's a joke, they make out it's a joke. Somebody paid to shut this guy up, right? Pay a fee or whatever. It's all about money. So they put you in time out. If you say something, this is what Christians do in the chat rooms, etc. as well, right? You say something, like you say that you post a truth of what Jesus actually said in the ancient manuscripts, right? In the old language, or Galilean, Aramaic, whatever, right? They put you in a boot. They boot you up, or they put you on hold, or something like that, right? All that sort of stuff, because they don't want you to expose their errors, their lies, or whatever, Okay, so sort of drifting here, but floating away from the main thing. So he's a reasonable guy, but I can understand. As he said, he brings you the information, so he deserves to get paid, right? For his expertise, for that knowledge he's put forth, whatever, right? Okay, so I have a different kind of mindset, right? If I had this live, I don't know nothing about this. I'm thinking of venturing into it, but I don't want to, be sitting there going, it's like dead air. Okay, so if someone asked me a question, I give them the option, you can donate to get that answer, right? I'm not going to tell you you have to pay, okay? Because someone's asking me a question, they want an answer. To me that indicates that it's all about the coin, whatever, legitimately or non-legitimately. I'm not saying this guy's a scam or anything. It's just that's what it points out to be. He's got to survive. He provides you with this information, his expertise, his time and effort, whatever. You appreciate it by giving coin. I understand all that stuff, right? But if I'm in a situation where my mother died, right, a couple of years ago, and I'm left with a daughter that I have to provide a house, shelter, warmth, food, the internet for power, all that sort of stuff, right? So I'm paying roughly $2,000 a month out of my own pocket, right? Out of my earnings for that, to keep us alive. These people don't understand that. Okay, so I'm really tidy-whitey Uncle Scrooge with everything, all the money that I have. Like, people on the street ask me for donations, you know, like, what do they call them, Daffodil Cancer Week and all that sort of stuff. But it's like, I know that there's no money in the cure. There's only money in the research. That's what they're collecting for. All that sort of stuff is dodgy, right? Okay? So if I'm donating to someone online or paying for a book I don't know nothing about, isn't that stupid? Right? You know? He's not giving me information really on the book. He's fluffing around. Let's have a little listen here. See what he says.
That's the aspect of as it pertains to our minds. The restoration of our minds, the restoration of our minds is a 4,000-year project. Why? Because that's how long it took for us to lose. Period.
See, he's got good information there, but at times he tends to fluff around, butt dancing and stuff, you know. So, yeah, so it got really annoying. All I said was, I've got a question, and that's it. If you answer it, that's it, cool, I'm happy, you know. Have you read the book? That's all it is. Because you might have come across it. He hasn't, right? So, me reading it and doing a video on it, I've come to realise that the Maori people, if Gerald Massey is comparing the Maori language to the Egyptian, it is very similar. Were the Maori there? Okay? They must have been there. I don't know if they were called Maori, but these people that spoke that language, yeah, either they were or they weren't. Simple as. But they've got to fluff around and, you know, talk crap and not get to the point, you know. Bim, bam, boom. And some, you know, they fluff around and they buck dance and all that sort of stuff. And you get these people, I guess they're moderators or whatever, that give you crap, you know, and put you in time out for no real valid reason. Okay? So you just be aware of these people, right? Okay? He's got good intentions, he's a nice man and all that stuff. I know he doesn't muck around, he's straight to the point. You know, I've seen a lot of his videos, and I respect him for that, because he's, you know, he does say he's a scholar and all that. Look at the definition of scholar. Does he have the PhDs, all that? I think there's a lot of ego there as well. You know, but he certainly knows his stuff. You know, he knows more than I do. But I've learnt a lot from this guy, so I appreciate and respect him. You know, it's just, yeah, it just wasn't fair. They say, oh, don't cry about it, all this sort of stuff. Not crying about it, it's just, if I had the money to donate to something that I believed in, you know, appreciated, yeah, I'd do it. I would have done it. You know? I don't know what this book's really about. It could be fact. I'm guessing it's pretty much fact, you know, but unless I've seen a sample of it, you know, he puts up some pages or something and it catches my attention and I go, oh yeah, I'll buy it. Not buying it just because he's Shaka Amos or somebody here insists I buy it, you know, demands I buy it, because he's not, in this video he hasn't really said, okay, you know, this is what it says in the book. You know, the pages, whatever. Here's a previews of the pages, like most other people do. He's just fluffing around. Oh, here's my book. Oh, isn't it fantastic? Oh, look at it. You know, I'm selling it now. Put $10 up there. You know, to get the book, or else I won't answer your question. You know, what's the next video I bring up on this? Okay. So see what actually went down, and then judge for yourself. You know. Yeah, that's the only thing you can do. So yeah. Hopefully you like this video, but straight up, you know. It's a straight up video. Okay? If you liked it, give us a thumbs up. Add your comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe, you know, to my channel. Because, yeah, he's got a different mindset. He's got to survive, he's got to get the coin, you know, blah, blah, blah. He gets paid compensation, he's an entrepreneur, all that sort of stuff that he says in the next video, right? Okay, I understand all that, right? But I have a different mindset. I give out information on my channel and I don't get paid for it. I'm not demanding coin, right? Well, I haven't gone live yet. I could probably put some sort of donation thing down here somewhere or whatever under my videos, right? But it's not really I'm not basing it all on cash. You know, if I get 1,000 subscribers, I've got about 50 or something, you know, whatever now. But if I manage to get 1,000 subscribers in so many hours, or whatever YouTube requires, right, I can make corn off my videos. Then I'd do that, right? But I don't need to at the moment, okay? You know, because I don't understand this live stream thing anyway. I've got a brand, you know, a brand account and all that sort of stuff. I can do live, but you know, I'm not familiar with it. I haven't got their equipment, their cool back screens and all that stuff. I'd have to go cheap, wouldn't I? Okay. Yeah. So he's a great guy. He's straight up. He don't muck around. That's what I like about the guy and all this stuff. But yeah, he's got a bit of an ego there. Nobody touched this lock and all that sort of stuff. You know, you can see it. He's got a big ego. Well, he's the ex-jailbird or something, wasn't he? Hard man and all that sort of stuff. But he mellowed out. Yeah. So been watching him for a long time and really like the guy. Ask a simple question. His people, his fans, you know, start giving you crap. It didn't really come directly from this guy. He just put me straight and said thanks, which I appreciate, right? Yeah, I appreciate it for it. Okay, so I'm just voicing how I feel. You know, I wouldn't like to have a live stream and these people did the same to other people. But this guy here, are you a book merchant? You're not going to know unless you pay money. Buy this book. Donate $10, right? He's not going to tell you. I don't know if it goes way back up here, right? See, I put here, others are getting upset, not you so much, to Shaka Amos, right? Yeah, Shaka, I do get it similar, but don't get paid or expect to, but if need to earn, pay the bill, sure. Right, whatever it says here, right? Good work have to be rewarded with good pay, point blanket period. Someone else see that, right? Yes, that's true. That's what I've been saying. Okay? Okay. And then Shaka goes on about something that's just here next video. So I said, yeah, sir, out of respect, a sign of respect, very similar belief things I don't approve of. Same here. Okay. And further down here, I explained, okay, sir, my mother, she'll be mother here, right, died. I was left to look after my daughter. So I created a formula to pay all ahead with the internet, power, rent, food. I did it all myself. Nobody's helped me, right? But money keeps coming in. So yeah, I've put us 3 months in advance in the power, the internet, the rent, everything, right? Food, I've thrown an organic garden. I've done all that myself. No one else out there donated any money will help me. I get the sister might give me some coffee or something like that. Yeah, she's always there for me, sort of thing. But I've done it all on my own, okay? Because I have to pay up to what, 1,000 to 2,000 per month just to provide a roof over my daughter's head, right? Give her food, have power so she can play on the internet, you know, because she thinks internet's her life. She'll die without it, all that sort of crap, right? Yeah. So I've created a formula in my country, in my town, that I know no one else is doing. And she woke up and realised it, and she's like, wow, you know, you've done that, you know. So I have to be tidy-whitey, because I do get people coming and begging for money and stuff, you know, for their addictions. I have to cut that off because they're just using and abusing, right? Do I get what they want, come back the next week wanting more, or the next day? Cut that crap out, you know. Right. So, do you understand I had to be tidy-whitey in that regard? So yeah, I'll make a next video of what actually went down. See, I appreciate the guy. No, because you were always straight up, and I've learned a lot about Kemet, etc. from your older son-meter videos. Okay, and then people go on about it, right? And then this person here, nasty person here, well, it's just a joke, or is he being nasty, subtly nasty? Please answer Clever Sausage's question, so he'll shut up. Lamel, right? Right, okay? There is a nasty remark or a joke there. Is it a nasty remark or a joke? Or a joke, a nasty remark masquerading as a joke, right? Okay? So it seems I'm not allowed to ask questions. You know? That's the key. The key is money. He won't answer your question unless you give him some coin. Okay? And we went on right now. Some people should learn to hold their tongues, their nasty tongues, because it could ruin it for someone else. Be careful. Choose carefully what you say to others. Okay? It's a pre-warning. Watch out. Be careful. as a video of this could be created. But again, I said to shuck out the reply. But all that he chucked at me, right, to make me aware, was good. Okay, it was good. Wake me up. Okay, I read Shaka's book, Game Over online. It was good. See, bit of praise there for his book. Okay? And then this guy here says, I asked a question in 2021 and I didn't get it answered. Did the ancient Kemet people write anything about them coming from other planets? He's not going to get it answered because he's saying, oh, no more free question, no answers, right? Free answers, you got to pay. Fair enough, he's got his reasons. Okay, hopefully it's not because it's all about money. Okay? So I put down here. See, Larry asked one ages ago, never got answers, so didn't pay because he didn't pay. Well, that guy Larry asked the question in 2021, right? And there it is there, and he never got it answered because he didn't pay, didn't donate, didn't buy the book. Okay, so it really sounds like it's really all about coin. Okay, so what did they do? They put me in timeout. Okay, and then my machine magically screwed up. Went back to I have to get in there and put the password and all that crap, and got back to here, right? And now they're disrespecting this guy, young Pharaoh. Well, he's makes out he's a scholar where he's not. Say some silly things, right? So this religious whatever they're pushing, it's not spiritual, is it? Really? It's all like hearsay. It's all mouth, right? Compared to say some genuine Christian that's full of the Spirit and all that sort of stuff. Their fruits are like cussing, swearing, all that sort of stuff. Maybe that's just the way these people are. You understand what I mean? Okay, so I got put in time out for a while. What's this say? CJ. Something about CJ. This is one of the guys that gave me crap. Put me in timeout, and I just got back in. Right, watch this. Go back in there, see? But if I said something, they put me in timeout. I remember Sanita saying to these ladies, Napa, whatever her name is, and a couple of other ones, but were just like putting males on hold for no reason. He said, cut it out. Well, that's what they do, Anyway, okay, leave you on a happy note. Have a great day. So go through this video, subscribe, push that button, subscribe, leave your comments, give us a thumbs up, and look out for the next video, which will reveal all from way back over here, right, from the very beginning when I came into here somewhere. And then they started on me because all I wanted was a question answered. Because there's no other way, like I say, like they say, go to his email, send him an email. He doesn't answer. Go to Sunday's one, send him an email. He doesn't answer, right? Okay? You go on here because that's the only option you've got to get the question answered. They won't answer it unless you pay some coin. For these legal, there's legitimate reasons, like they say, blah blah blah. Fair enough, but that could be a masquerade for I need coin, give me coin. I need to be rich. I need to get rich. But I don't think he's really like that, as he said. I love the guy, I appreciate the guy, I respect the guy, but it's his people. He should train these people to control their mouths. Because they don't know my situation, but they're like, oh yeah, I know it all, I know all about you. They don't, and we've never met. He doesn't know my situation, Do I have to donate? Do I have to buy his book? No, I don't. But I can answer. I can ask him a simple question and get a simple answer. What's so hard in that? Oh no, you got to pay first. Fair enough, whatever. Okay, anyway, so back on the happy note. So subscribe to my channel down below. Leave your comments. Give us a thumbs up, and we'll see you on that next video. Okay, we'd like to apologise for the ticking sound in the background. That's the alarm, fire alarm
at that specific date in the year that was supposed to be fixed, and eventually got fixed. We couldn't touch it, as many in the comments said, hey, why didn't you fix it? You can make a video, but you can't fix that, blah blah blah. Well, we couldn't, because if we touched it, we were tampering with it and we might get charged for it. Okay, so we are going to go to this last video, the call to New Zealand Maori to return to the original ancient religious roots. And we created this in May 22nd, 2023, and was a new exciting video that reveals New Zealand Maori symbolism, being an account of the origin, migration and culture of the New Zealand Maori as recorded in certain sacred legends. 1926 by Eti A. Rout, Hohepa Te Rake, Sir William Arbuthnot Lane. This video contains extremely important information about and for the Te Arawa Iwi, or tribe people of Aotearoa, New Zealand, also known as the Irihia or ancient Assyrians, who came down to New Zealand, supposedly, and settled there centuries ago. A call by their creator, the ancient god Asher Alaha'il, the Elohim. It's over the flames. There's a difference between Elohim in the Hebrew and that one. In the spelling also, here you have Elohim. In the Hebrew you have Elohim, Him, which means the God or the gods. This means above the flames or over the flames in the Aramaic. Yeah, over the flames. Ishua or Ioshua, Mashiach, Jesus the Messiah, to return to the original ancient belief system. And also other Maori tribes verified as descendants of the original house of Israel, the Israelites, to return to the original ancient creator God and belief system. Maori symbolism by Eti A. Rout, Tohunga Hohepa Te Rake, William Arbuthnot Lane, Part 1, Origin and Migration of the New Zealand Maori, pages 1 to 4. In the next few pages, the Maori migration legends is handed down for many generations by the elders of men of learning would be summarized as briefly and explicitly as possible. The Holy Land, the land where mankind, Maori, was created, was Assyria, Ihiria, the land of Western Asia. When this land became overpopulated, different sections of mankind migrated in different directions. The white Maori went to the north. Yeah, we understand that because we've done a video on some information that we found through older books, that Noah's sons that come out of the ark were white. They migrated to different areas, hotter areas like Canaan, Egypt, etc. So their skin evolved or developed a resistance to that sun. So naturally, logic and common sense, reality, they started to get a darker hue. Maybe the longer they were there, the more their skin developed, etc., and they became black. Yeah, we're not being racist or fascist or anything like that. It's just what we found in George M. Lamps's translations, we believe, of the Eastern Syriac Peshitta from the Apostolic Church of the East. He was a native-born Syrian who translated that into the nearest English equivalent, and he received a doctorate or a doctor title from possibly the Apostolic Church of the East or somebody else for his great contribution, his information, etc. When this land of Assyria became overpopulated, different sections of mankind migrated in different directions. The white Maori went to the north, the black Maori to the south, the yellow Maori to the east, and the brown New Zealand Maori to the west. There were originally 12 nations or houses of the brown Maori in Assyria, all descendants from Hakopa, Jacob. And they first migrated to Egypt, where they built cities. After a time they returned to Assyria, but a few generations later they split into two parties, etc. A great council was held at Titicaca, and one nation, the Arawa, decided to migrate still further west. They established a colony on Easter Island where they took roots, seeds and birds with them, especially a great stock of tubers, or taro, kumara, etc. Those are like tubers, they got roots, right? They're deep. Growing vegetables, right? Or plants, vegetation. etc. For cultivation in the new land, they hope to find the promised land. And there's a link to those details in that book, possibly. Recently discovered by us, ideas about Maori origins, first of two, Te Ara. Or maybe they discovered this, no. I'm not too sure that one. The 1926 book Maori Symbolism was written by the feminist Iti Root. Like other books of the time, it presented ideas about Maori origins. Yeah, we must have found it online, so this information. That has since been disproved. Rout claimed that Maori hairdressers and designs were evidence of links between Egyptian, Greek and Polynesian cultures. And there's a link to that from a New Zealand website. NB, if she received information from an arawa, noble or tohunga hohepaterake of sacred legends, stories, Maori origins, then one or both are liars. The claim had been made by K.R. Rowe. Kiri Hau. We've got Kiri Hau there. Maybe we made a mistake here. This Kiri is Emeritus Professor of History at the Massey University. For 40 years he had published widely on New Zealand and the Pacific, ranging across the fields of prehistory, culture, contact, race relations, colonialism and post-colonialism. He was Massey University's first distinguished professor in the College of Humanities and Social Sciences, Auckland University Press, etc. That's right. And just found online at that time, fascists. What fascist is and isn't, and who in Aotearoa, New Zealand, is flirting the most with fascism. And there's a link to that. We just found that interesting. We're not too sure if Gerald Massey actually came to New Zealand. We heard that he might have, so maybe they named that after him. We're not really sure on that one.